Alright everybody, welcome back once again to the channel. So in today's video, I want to check out another horror short. This one here is called Follow. Alright, it is by Anto Sharp. If you guys want to check this out on your own time, you can click in that link down below and check it out whenever you would like. Otherwise, you can stick around here and then watch me react to it, and I can give you guys my thoughts right after the video, okay? But before, of course, I jump into this, I wanted to share just a little bit of what connects to the title of this video, right? It's clearly just called Follow. And as soon as I hear about this word, I immediately think back until to moments where I thought I was being followed, whether I was outside or inside my own house, but I always think from time to time that somebody is following me, or even just watching alone, right? And so that feeling is very, very unsettling, especially if you are creating a more exaggerated type of character or person that might be watching you based off of what you've seen before. Your imagination kind of takes over and you start to think maybe it's some weird distorted person or a monster or whatever, watching you or following you. For example, me, it's sometimes I jog at night. I love to jog at night, feel the fresh air, and the streets are lonely, and so I just kind of focus a little bit more, when there's less people around, because I always feel like they're just watching me at some point. I don't know. The world doesn't revolve around me or anything like that, but I just feel like sometimes, like anybody else, you feel like somebody's watching you or just following you for some reason. And so I feel that, and that night, especially when it's lonely, I'm constantly looking over my shoulder and I'm thinking somebody's back there, I think, trying to mess with me or whatever. But I mean, luckily that's never happened, but I get that feeling. Or when I'm inside the house and I'm craving a late night snack or something, I go, down the stairs, I grab myself something, and on my way back to the room, somebody's definitely following me upstairs, until of course I close the door behind me as quick as possible. I'm sure all of us can relate to that. If you guys got some stories on that, by the way, share them down below in the comment section. But I mean, we've seen a lot of shorts on this kind of stuff, people posting TikTok shorts, horror shorts on going back to your room and somebody's chasing you, you have to run back. But I've realized that in my own experiences, that when you run back, it makes it worse. So I'm just even though I know obviously there's nothing there, but you're thinking that there's somebody there following you. So if you run back to the stairs, you create an anxiety and an intense fear in you, and you kind of traumatize yourself even more. You go less and less times for a late night snack or whatever you're craving. So what I do is I just try to relax on my way back, even though all the lights are off behind me, and I just take a nice walk, and as tense and as as stiff as I am, I'm just walking to my room, and then I close the door, and I just try not to let my imagination take over, But that's just the human part of all of us. We create false things that are not there, and we just that creates a fear in us. So especially when we're walking back and there's dogs behind us, we think something is there following us, So if you guys want to tell a story about that down below, please share it down below, and I will be very happy to read that. But yeah, that's kind of an example of mine. But guys, let's go ahead and jump into this film here and see what it's about. I'm hoping that it contains some of these types of elements, alright, that I just kind of talked about, some of these examples. So I'm very, very excited. Alright guys, let's jump in here. Let's get scared. Oh God!
Are you alright, mate? Right, so we are just arriving.
Was he tweaking?
At the haunted mansion.
Surprise! What were you doing out there?
Oh, I was just doing a video. You can hear them banging around in there.
Oh God, they're doing the haunted house challenge thing.
My fucking mask. Never trusting you again. Get in there now. Mysteriously, the light goes out. We are going down into the basement. No way. Signing out.
Is that a real place?
Cool. Cheers for that, mate.
A haunted
Thanks,
mansion.
Steve.
I'll leave you that.
Nice one. Thanks, mate.
See you later.
bud.
Kind of looks like that UFC fighter. I don't know what his name is, but.
So you survived then. How does it look?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy with the footage. I'm just tired.
Oh gosh.
And a little creeped out.
Look at that.
Yeah, I think the Ouija
Is that a real shot?
is the one that,
Yeah.
kind of got us a bit. We're just, I don't know, just a bit creeped out. But we found something else as well. We found there was an old piano in the hallway.
Really?
And we opened it up, and it was like this.
Mike? Mike, what's happened?
I'm gonna call you back in a
What
second.
do you mean you're gonna call me back?
That was really. Did you see how real that reaction looked? That was really, really good. Like, he looked genuinely scared right there. I like that. That's really good. Oh, dude, why'd you get out of the car, man?
Hello? Are you alright, mate?
Looks like somebody he's had trapped there for a while.
What the hell?
The heck? Oh no. Oh, there's that thing again. Is it like guiding him out? There's a window over there.
What are you?
What? it just got inside him, I guess. All right, everybody, that was Follow. So let me know, you guys down below, what you thought about this film. Let me tell you guys my thoughts really quick. First of all, this was a very scary setting. The darkness, which was almost sometimes hard to see in this film, really did work well with what was happening. You know, like the haunted mansion, you know, him just driving through the dark night, through the pitch black night. All of that just worked really good, and it was well shot. And even though it was kind of hard to see at some points, like especially when he's in this house when he's kidnapped or whatever, I can still see what was happening, you know. And I thought that really made this film a lot more anxiety-inducing, you know. So I mean, very well done with that. And then the acting. Well, I just spoke about the acting, but the acting here was super good. I mean, this guy that we have the focus on this character here the whole time. Starts off as just kind of vlogging. Looks like he's like a social media influencer, YouTuber, and he goes and films himself and doing different things, different experiences. Like in this case, he's in a haunted mansion, and we get a very short time in that location there. He's just kind of like with a group of friends, and they're just going through the rooms of the house, and he sees the piano and all of that. Later on, like as they are done with that, he's finally driving back home. And then, we finally get this shot cut to where he's driving back home, and sounds like he's talking to like his partner or something, and all of a sudden he sees somebody in the road, and they don't show who, but he sees somebody there, right? Or I think we get like a very, very quick glimpse of who is there, but this guy's reaction is very, very good, very convincing. His acting was very good. I mean, at some point I really thought he got scared, you know, because that's like our natural reaction if we see somebody in the road. Like we would get from relaxed to like serious very, very quick. And this guy's attitude immediately changed to him being super concerned. And the way he got scared too was very real, you know? Like we lose control of our of everything. Like our movement, our ability to move, our ability to say things sometimes when we get scared very quick, you know? And just the way he got scared when he saw this man on the road, that's exactly how it looked. He just did such a good job with that. And so, you know, obviously this man makes the worst decision, big mistake, especially driving through like a middle of a lonely road or a back road, pitch black at night, you know, in the middle of the woods. He decides to get off his car, you know, after seeing this person on the road, and he, you know, is looking for them with his flashlight or whatever. And then finally, the whole time this person is behind him, and he just puts him to sleep, you know, like something looks like he has like an alcohol cloth or something, and just puts him to sleep or whatever, you know, anything that to put him to sleep. And he wakes up, and this looks like this abandoned house in the middle of the woods as well, like a shack or something. And he wakes up there. And so at this point, you know, I got to a little bit of a confusing point, because he's making his way through the house, you know, as he's recollecting himself, he's trying to figure out where he is. And he notices there's people that are just wrapped up. Looks like they got like some kind of cloth wrapped around their faces, that have been there for a while, that also have been captured just like he has, you know. And he sees them just kind of there, and all of a sudden one just kind of starts running towards him, you know, aggressively, and he kicks him away, and eventually he kind of goes back to his corner, and he sees another one over here in this other room. Kind of reminded me really quick of have you guys ever seen Upgrade, the movie Upgrade? There's a scene where this guy's in a room filled with like people that are playing VR, and they're all like dirty and like malnourished, and just they haven't obviously been taking care of themselves at all, because they're just stuck on VR, and they're all just like mummified or zombified in there. But you know, in this case, they don't approach the guy or anything, but they're just there. And when I was looking at this scene, I don't know why, it just kind of reminded me of that, where they're in this old building, because also in that movie, The Upgrade, it takes place in this like old, you know, abandoned hotel building or something. And in this case, he's like in some kind of shack or something, and he sees all these people just around there, you know, all mummified or whatever, zombified. I don't know what the heck is happening to these people, but he's trying to get out, you know. And then all of a sudden, there's this light, like this kind of just ball of light just floating, you know. Looks like some kind of like futuristic technical thing. I don't know. I didn't understand. That's where it got kind of confusing for me. So this thing, I felt like this was guiding him to get out of this place, you know. And that's when the word follow connects, right? Follow this thing. But I mean, all in all, the overall thing, you know, he's like a vlogger, YouTuber. I would just think like, hey, you know, he's doing it all for follows, you know, for like people following him and all of that. That's probably like the easiest thing I can think of. But when it came to this scene here, I was trying to connect that the title to this blue thing just floating around, and he just has to follow it, you know, to find his way out of the house. And eventually he gets to, you know, after being like attacked and all these things, and almost dying, like being killed by one of these people, he makes his way out finally. And now he just finds himself standing by a window. By the way, if there's a background where you guys can see, you know, where we can see a window, and he's just staring at this ball floating up in the air, this ball of light. And he says, you know, what are you? And I didn't even think this thing was going to attack him at all. I thought this thing was going to just lead him out, and then there was going to be a little bit more connection to that. But I didn't know where this thing came from. I didn't know who was controlling it. I didn't know what its purpose was. I didn't even know why it attacked him. I mean, I can understand why the people in the house, in the shack, were attacking him, because, I don't know, maybe they're just crazy now. Like, they're just, you know, they're just lunatics now. But, like, this thing, where did it come from? You know, it just seemed very disconnected from the environment. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, it just seemed disconnected. If it would have been like a futuristic type of environment, you know, where it's very, you know, very like improved in technology, all of that, like all of that would have made sense. But this thing was just there, so I don't know. But anyway, this thing attacks him and it kills him, and then so it just cuts to a shot where now he's on the ground dropping these like little, you know, marbles, looks like it, like they have a little light with goo or whatever, surrounded by goo. And I honestly did not know the symbolism of that. If you guys can comment down below in this video and let me know what you guys thought it was. But I can't even think of one thing of what the heck that was. It definitely looked disgusting, and I was still very much engaged into this movie, into this short film. Didn't think it was a bad thing, but I just didn't understand it. That's just the thing, you know. But the film itself was great. The whole like the sequence of events, everything how it went, it made sense to me. It was all really good. But just as soon as this ball of light shows up, I was very curious to see where this thing would lead him, or where this thing came from. And just, you know, this had like so much potential to like discover more. But I think there is going to be a part 2 for this story. It's going to continue, and I will look for that, unless I haven't been notified or whatever. But I will look for that video, and yeah, and see what happens on part 2. But this man dies from this thing, and then he's just dropping all these balls of light, and I don't know what that is. So if you guys can help me then that part down below in the comment section, I would really appreciate that. But you know, I wouldn't say this one was very scary at all. I just think the environment was scary. I think the darkness and the endless roads like surrounded by trees, all of that sometimes gives me anxiety, right? You know, rather than just like it's horror or something like that. It just gives me more of anxiety, you know. So I had a very much of that feeling coming up. If I would have seen more of like the woods and the roads, back roads like that, I probably would have gotten more like, oh gosh, you know, this environment seems very like dense, full of trees, no light, no way out or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got, like feelings out of it, you know. But not too scary. I like the environment, the way this was filmed. The acting was good. I just wish I could have more explanation to what that thing was. But anyway, you guys, what do you think about this one? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you enjoy my reaction here? And also let me know if I missed something. Share your thoughts down below in the comment section. And thank you guys for watching this with me. Thank you guys for subscribing. And also, I appreciate those who have been commenting on the videos. I really am happy to see comments on my videos, and I'm happy to see subscribers, of course. Anybody would be who's trying to be a YouTuber, right? So thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Take care of yourselves. Stay blessed. Peace.